Assalamu alaikum. This lecture series is about communication skills. In this lecture series, we are going to learn what is communication skills and why humans do communications in a society while living in a society, and why communication is so important for humans, and what is basically communication is and what is skill, because this word is made up of two words, communication and skills. So we are going to discuss communication, and then we are going to explain that why we attach the word skill with communications. So the word communication is used in a common talk. Actually, communication means to speaking or to writing or sending messages to the other persons. Communications also involves the message that reach to the target audience. The audience are those people, are those persons, are those individuals to whom the message is sent, and the sent message receive the receiver, the audience, and understand it and then respond as the speakers want them to do, and then again the speaker themselves able to understand, respond to the message that you receive. Communication is the central to everything that we do. We do things in organization, in family, in offices, in colleges, in schools, in universities, in city, in towns, in where we live and we act. So communication is very important for us, for our activities, for our actions, that we are living in a particular area and then we do certain things, we meet people and then we communicate, we share our feelings, our emotions, ideas and suggestions, advices to the peoples. Our activity succeed or fail, and our goals are to achieve or not achieve accordingly. So basically, communication is the ability to communicate effectively with the members of the society where you live, to the member of the people surrounded by you in which you are living. For a human, communication is a very essential things in their lives, because without communications human cannot live. Communication plays an important and foundational role in development of any healthy relationship. It can build a mutual sense of commitment. It has also helped to bridge the gap between the people who have misunderstanding. Indeed, communication plays a critical role in all the phases of interpersonal relation, from creating a relationship to the maintenance of the relationship. Communication is not only a creating the relationship, but it helps to maintain the relationship among the people, because where people live, so it is obviously that the people would create the relationship, would build the relationship with the other peoples surrounded by them, and then they have to maintain those relationship, because in order to communicate properly, in order to live peacefully in a society, because often miscommunication lead us to the conflict with the people. So communication is important. Communication plays, as I said, that is a critical in all phases of interpersonal relationship, from creating a relationship to the maintenance of the relationship. The most important, the foundational skills for anyone in the new world of work, is the ability to communicate. This means being able to express your ideas effectively in writing and in speech. Employers, for example, when you are an employee or there is an employee in an organization, employers have always emphasized the importance of communication skills, and the current trend in the business environment make these skills even more critical. Due to the advance in information technology, companies downsize and decentralize, and work in increasingly carried out by teams. Team members must able, because it's obviously, if you are working in a school, if you are a teacher, so there are colleagues, there are other teachers with whom you are communicating, there are students with whom you can communicate, you must communicate. And if you are working in an organization, in any company, so there are other people with whom you are talking, there might be teams, and might be you are the member of the team, or leader of the team, so you have to communicate with your subordinate, you have to communicate with your superiors, and effectively communicate can help an individual to get success in the very company. So team member must able to work together to identify problems, analyze alternative and recommend solution. They must be able to communicate their ideas properly to the others, because the ability to work well in the team, to manage your subordinates, and your relationship with the seniors, customers and colleagues depend on your communication skill. If your communication skills are good in skills are good in a organization or anywhere that you are working, so you will be successful. But if your communication skills are not good, and if you cannot convey your idea properly, so obviously you will face embarrassment, you will failures in that particular organization, because these are the very important terms for the communications. Because communication, so let's define properly that what is the communications. As it is written over there, communication is the ability to use language and express information. Communication skill is the set of skills that enable a person to convey information so that it's received and understood. Communication skills refer to the behavior that serve to convey information, because communication is the process of passing information and understanding from one person to another. Communication is any behavior that result in exchange of meaning. Communication may be broadly defined as the process of meaningful interaction among human beings. More specifically, it is the process by which meanings are perceived and understanding or reached among human beings. So basically, communication is the transmission of informations. Information is the very important terms in communications, because communication is not only a simple way of talking, but it is a complete process in which we have a sender. In communication, there is the first thing that we have is a process, and process is the most important thing for communication. Let me change my pen. So the first thing that we have a process in communication skill, because communication skill is a process in which we have a sender. The senders means speakers, because we have a speaker, the person the person who talks, the person who wants to convey certain message to the reader, to the listeners, and speakers are writers. Maybe it does not matter, or you cannot limit it only communication. You cannot limit it communication only to the spoken language, but it can also be in a written language. So there are writers, they want to convey their messages through writings, through articles, through newspaper, through letters. So communication is not only limited to the spoken, but it can also be in a written form as well. So the sender who encode a message, who generate an idea in their mind, and the sender produce an idea, a message in the mind, and then he wants to convey that message to the person to whom he wants to speak. So for that he needs the proper channel, the channel through which the message is being conveyed, and then the receiver. And we have the second thing that we have, we need a channel, a medium, a proper medium. And the third thing that we have a list. I have written this is a lister, but it is a listener. We need a receiver. There must be a receiver or listener in the communication process, because only sender is not enough. There must be a receiver or listener who can decode the message that is sent by the sender. The idea that is sent by the sender must be decoded by the listener. So listener is a very important, receiver is the very important, or the reader is a very important component for the communication skill. The third thing that we have, the second thing that we have is the information, the message, that what we want to convey, what we think, what we are going to say, and how we are going to say, what message we want to convey to the listeners. So this is the most important thing, and this is called the information, and it is the major thing for the communication skill, because communication is the transmission of information, meaning from one individual or group to another. The crucial element is meaning, that what the sender wants to convey, what is the meaning of what he is trying to convey, and what the listener get out of that encoded message. So communication is its central objective, the transmission of meaning. The process of communication is successful only when the receiver understands an idea as the sender intended it. Both parties must agree not only on the information transmitted, but also on the meaning of that information. So these definitions show that communication involves exchange of thought between two parties. So, and the last thing that we have in a communication process, the system of symbols. We have a system of symbols, sign, and behavior. In order to transfer an idea, we must use, sometime we use symbols, words, sign, pictures, sounds, and which stand for the idea. The symbol must be understood by the person or the persons with whom we intend to communicate. Both must assign the same meaning to the symbol used. Otherwise, there is a miscommunication. Unless there is a common understanding of the symbol, it is not possible to communicate. So, the most important element for the communication process is the first one, the sender. That we must have a sender, and then we must have a medium, proper channel, and then we must have the in the process of communication there must be a listener or the receiver who receive the message and who decode the message, and then we have the informations and the system of symbols. Because sometime communication, the only discussion is not allowed. We are using, while when we are talking to someone, when we are talking to our students, our friends, so with that we are using our hands, we are producing gestures. Sometimes we are going on the road, and there then we saw the red light, and then we can get the idea that it means that we need to stop the car. We need to stop because the red light shows that all the vehicles should be stopped on this point. So there are rooms, so there are malls. When we go to the malls, to the markets, and there are washrooms, and there are pictures that showing that this is a gents washrooms and this is the ladies washroom. So we can get the immediate idea that this section is for female and this section is for men. So we cannot go against the rules. Sometimes that there is a signboard over there is a smoke, there is a burning cigarette, there is a burning fig, and over it there is a cross. So we can get idea that smoking is not allowed there. So we can get the and behavior is a very important thing in our communications, because behavior can change the meaning of your communication. For example, there are different of behavior. Sometimes you are angry at someone, so obviously your communications is rude. But sometimes you are very moderate, sometimes you are very aggressive, sometimes you are very submissive in your communication. For example, if your mom tells something to do something, so your answer sometimes very submissive. But the behavior of your mother might be aggressive, but your action, your answer, your response must be very submissive. And sometimes we are being very moderate in our communications. The way teachers, sometimes teachers are the presenters, are when we are in an organization and we are supposed to deliver the presentations to the people, so we are very moderate, we are very convincing, we are very polite in our communication. We are not showing our submissiveness, or not we are showing that our aggressiveness in our communications. So the most important thing or element that we require for communication skills is the sender and a message, and an intended recipient, the receiver. That what the sender is trying to encode, and what is the message is about which topic. The topic is very important. That there is a reason for every discussion. There is a reason. Without reason we cannot even discuss anything. Not we can nothing is possible without any reason. So there might be a reason of our communication that we want to do. An intended recipient, that who is receiving this who is receiving the message that we are trying to convey it. Because if the person is belong to the different environment, so it is possible that there might no communication possible between us. So these three are the very important things for us: the sender, a message, intended recipient. So these are the important element of the communication skills. What we have are the process of communication. In order to analyze the activity of the communication, we must know the process and the element involved in the process of communication. There are 7 elements or factors which make up the process of communication. The first one we have is the source or the sender. The sender is the one, as I have told, I have also explained that who is the sender. Sender is the one who initiates the action of communicating. The second one one, we have the audience or the receiver, the person who received the what is sent by the sender, the person, the person for whom the communication is intended. And then we have a goal, we have a person, that why we do communications. So goal, or the purpose is the senders in the reason for communication, for communicating the desire and the desired result of the communications. The four things that we have: the message, that what is the message, what is the content of information is about, and then what is the content information is conveyed. And the fifth thing that we need in a process of communication is the medium, the channel, the mean, or the method used for conveying the message. The last thing that the important thing that we have in a process of communication is the feedback, that we, again, the receiver, when the receiver responds, respond to the sender again. So this is called the feedback. Feedback is the receiver response to the communication as observed by the sender. And the seventh thing that I have also discussed this thing, that that the environment has a very crucial role in the communications, because if the people belong to different background, to different environmental conditions or situations, there are hardly any communication be possible. So there might no communication, because they would not understand. For communication, for proper communication, the language is also important things, because the language, what in which language the sender is talking about should be known to the listener, and the listener must have the idea about the language in which the sender is talking. Because if the sender is talking in one language and the listener has does not know anything about that language in which the sender is talking or writing, so there might no communications possible. So this is called the process of communication, and I hope you would like this lecture and you would understand it. If you give me any suggestion, if there is anything that I missed in my lecture, and if you want to give me any suggestions, so you are more than welcome to give me suggestion, your advice. So thank you so much for today's lectures.